Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Build a Day. Today I've sort of jazzed it up a little with the replay mod, and I decided to sort of revisit a build that we did a little bit earlier in the series, quite a lot earlier actually, but I wanted to sort of do a build themed around a colour, and that resulted in this sort of cyan kind of wizard tower, I guess. So the block I sort of chose to be my test subject, I guess, was the warped blocks. And I wanted to sort of use these because, you know, I don't really often use these sort of blocks, and I thought, let's give it a go. So here we have my attempt at a wizard tower, and it sort of builds off of the one that we built earlier in the series. I've changed a couple of things up, and obviously the block palette is completely different. The roof also completely different. The top sort of roof section is a little bit changed. You can actually see the previous wizard tower in the background. There's that grey wall, which is my screenshot area, and then the build directly to the left of that is the wizard tower. So I've changed the roof, I changed the top floor to sort of be more in line with the bottom, and we obviously changed it all into like a cyan-y colour. I think this build worked pretty well actually, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm also very glad I changed the roof because it didn't look good. There we go. There it is. The short and stubby thing. It was awful. So I deleted it and completely changed it, which I'm quite glad I did. But yes, I made a few changes to this build, and it was just a lot of sort of experimentation, something I don't necessarily do in this series, and I certainly want to do more of, because I feel like that's how I grow as a builder, is just, here's an idea, what if I tried it out? And we haven't done much of that in this series. We've sort of done safe stuff, there's been a couple of sort of out there builds, but I feel like more of the recent stuff has been pretty similar, medieval stuff, and I've sort of been refining that style that I quite like, that we can see on the medieval street in the background, and I've sort of been doing a lot of that recently, so I was like, let's change it up, but that kind of does bring me on to what I'm going to be doing in sort of the near future actually, because sometime early February, I think, so in about a month, we're going to hit episode 100. I've already said I'm going to do a pirate ship. Channel name is Sly Pyro and all, so, I thought, pirate ship, yeah, why not? But after that, I'm going to reduce to a weekly upload schedule for builds like this, because that will give me more time in exam season and stuff to properly focus on my work. I want to do well in the exams, and that does mean I have to work YouTube around my exams. After that, however, I can I have more time. Obviously, I'll be maybe getting a job and stuff, and then eventually going to uni. And I'll have to sort of figure out how YouTube's going to work at uni, but, we'll work through it. But then, sort of, with those weekly uploads, gives me obviously more time to do what I want, more opportunity to do more content, and bigger and better builds for this series, which is kind of staying but evolving. It's going to be a build a week. And then that brings me on to some new content. I'm in the process of planning it. It's going to have a lot of experimentation. So with the video style and how I'm doing it and how I'm editing, you're going to have to bear with me as I sort of figure out how I want to do it. And that's going to mean I'm going to need your help, If you have a suggestion, some constructive criticism, something that, you kind of like, but you think I could refine some more, please, when those videos come out, and you'll know because, it'll be completely different content. When those videos come out, please, constructive criticism. It is the most important thing to get this channel to grow and to sort of define what I want to do and what you want me to do. So obviously it is my channel. I do have final say over some stuff. Like, I don't think I'll ever do time lapses in first person, for example, because I have the replay mod, and if I'm doing a time lapse at 3 times speed, nobody is going to really be wanting to watch me running around for half an hour building a base or a bit of the base at 3 times speed, because even I get nauseous watching that, and I don't get nauseous watching videos, which means somebody out there is going to get really badly nauseous, and I don't want that. I want my videos to be calm, relaxing and stuff. Hopefully relaxing. But then there's also going to be a sort of a lore element to it. So the world itself is going to have a backstory, and it should hopefully feel like it's been lived in for a while. Not role-playing, so we're not going like proper D&D role-playing, I'm like a bard and I'm going around a world. No, we're not doing that. We're doing, if you've ever watched sort of Fwip's sort of hardcore series, something like that, where there's a world and it's all interconnected and there's different things going on and different histories and different areas of the world and stuff like that. And I'm also now noticing that the replay could be definitely better. This camera angle, not the best. Definitely not the best when you're working your way down. The world will have sort of a backstory to make it feel lived in and stuff, and hopefully you'll like that. I think I'll like that, and it also means that I can build how I want. I like building sort of smaller builds that all together work to create a big thing, right? I don't usually build mega structures. I find it quite boring and quite repetitive, and after a while I generally just get burnt out of just like, okay, I've been working on the same one building for the past like 3 hours and it's only like 10% of the way done, whereas I could spend 3 hours building a little village, and I've built 10 different buildings, all different sort of colors and slightly different things going on, and then I can have like backstory, like butchers and like the fishermen, and they fish there, and stuff like that. But anyway, the video is over. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow.